other half of Maddux Woodworks. I'm not usually in front of the camera. I try my best to not be in front of the camera. I usually leave that to Brandon, but today we had somebody ask for a tutorial video on the Vaseline technique that I'm working on for the farmhouse table, and I thought, well, that's actually a really good idea, so I'm gonna try it out. All right, so here we have the farmhouse table. It's built. It's got the first coat of stain on there. So what I'm gonna start with first is everything you're gonna need for this. Obviously you're gonna need your stain for your base, which we use the Maddux Provincial color. That's actually one of my new favorite colors. It just looks really classic. You need Vaseline. Doesn't matter what brand. Obviously I got off-brand, whatever. Then you just need your paint color. We chose the bright white. That seems to be very popular right now. And then you also need a old damp rag that you don't mind getting paint on. Alright, so like I said, first of all, you want to stain your entire table with whatever color you want. Let that dry completely. And then you want to take your Vaseline and get not just a whole lot, maybe kind of like that. There, now you can see it. And you want to put it wherever you don't want the paint to stick, wherever you want it to look antiqued at, which I kind of like to do the edges, just about all the edges on the entire thing. So just take some, put it all around on those edges. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be very thick. The theory behind it is that wherever you put the Vaseline at, your paint's not really going to adhere to the wood right there, which makes it to where you can wipe it off with that wet rag, which leaves that kind of antique look without having to do a lot of sanding and all that kind of stuff. So wherever you want it to be kind of antique looking, just rub that right on there. And I just put it, there's no rhyme or reason to it, I just put it randomly on different places on it. Don't overdo it though, because you still want it to look kind of natural, not forced. Okay, once you feel like you have enough on there, then it is time to paint. When you start painting, you want to have a good generous amount of paint on the brush. So just go ahead and paint that right on there. Like I said, pretty thick. To this, there's no rhyme or reason to this either. You kind of just do it however you feel is enough for the look that you're going for. I'll come back and fix that later. Put that on even. Make sure all your brush strokes are going in the same way. I'm kind of OCD about that, but I guess that kind of ends up being a good thing in the end. Okay, got that on there good. So now you wait and let that dry. Don't let it dry completely. Just let it dry to where it's no longer wet to the touch. Just maybe 5 minutes or so. Since you only put one coat on there, it shouldn't take very long. So we'll let that dry and we'll come back and start doing the antiquing. Okay, so once you've let that dry a little bit, you want to take your rag. Like I said, a little damp rag. Don't get it just soaking wet. Wring it out real good. And you want to just rub along where you put that Vaseline at, and it will kind of just wipe away. You don't have to do it a whole lot because it kind of starts looking unnatural if you wipe off a whole lot of it. You want it to just look kind of aged, so just every little bit kind of just rub like that. You can take off as much as you want to or leave as much as you want to. And if you end up taking a little bit too much off, which I have done on other parts of it, and kind of like right here, I don't really like how that's looking. Take your paintbrush and get a lot of the paint off of it to where it's kind of just a dry brush, and just kind of go back over that a little bit, and it will tone it down a hair. where it's not so in your face about the wood peeking through there. There you go. Okay. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it on the Vaseline antiquing. I hope that was somewhat helpful. If I can at least even help one person, I think I have done my job then. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at videoing. Whatever, it's my first time, but maybe I can get better in the future. Thank you for watching, and everybody have a blessed night.